Alright, hello and welcome to the Devstream 111 breakdown. So, not a lot of individual points to talk about today, but what we have to talk about is quite important, specifically the melee rework stuff. But we'll get to that, because first and foremost, as you can see by my notes, I'm very excited about the Nidus Deluxe. This is amazing. I can't find a single problem with this. On the left, we have Nidus at no stacks, and on the right is Nidus with full stacks. Holy shit. It looks incredible. Everything about this is incredible. I couldn't have a complaint. I couldn't find one if you asked me to find one. It's absolutely incredible. If this deluxe skin also launches with kind of like a visual retooling of his abilities to look techy like this does instead of all fleshy, it will be the greatest deluxe skin to ever exist, and at that point I have no idea how they would top it. It looks absolutely incredible. Like, man, if we even get to like the 80% mark on it getting from this concept to in-game on looking as cool as this concept does. Oh man. I saw this and it got me, like, real excited. So I can't wait for that. That's the hypest shit ever. Moving on. DE is still working on the dojo obstacle course making, which I think personally is going to be a pretty interesting system. It's using the new decoration system as a base for like basically making your own obstacle course with checkpoints, with dummy enemies you need to shoot, with disappearing platforms. It's going to be very Mario Maker in nature, and I think it'll be really cool. Hopefully DE, again, finds some way to make it so that you can play other people's courses without them having to like invite you to a dojo, maybe having like a very Mario Maker-like system where you can see clear rates on courses and times and all that business. I think that has a ton of potential to be like really cool, repeatable content. But we'll see as it goes. At the very least, it looks like that dojo obstacle course stuff is coming along nicely, and it is continuing to be worked on. With that, though, let's get into this melee rework business. So I have read through the dev workshop that also launched after the dev stream where they went over some of this stuff, and they showed a bit of video about it a little bit here and there. I am incredibly worried about this because of the very vague nature of the details they have given us. There are a lot of specifics that would be vital to whether or not Melee will still remain good with this system that are missing, and there are some key points that I have some big concerns about also besides that. So, first, channeling and blocking are being combined. There's no longer going to be channeling, just some of channeling's properties is going to be turned into properties on block. That's fine. Nobody uses channeling for anything except for Lifestrike. Lifestrike will probably be moved to be like if you do a block combo or something like that. So I don't think we have to worry about Lifestrike being terrible or something like that. With that, the button that was used for channeling is now going to be used for heavy attacks. So we're going to have light and heavy attacks. Now here's where we're going to get into some of the stuff that might not be great, let's say. So light attacks are no longer going to use the combo meter to scale their damage, which is like a gigantic nerf. What we do not know about this is whether or not that means mods like Blood Rush or Weeping Wounds are just going to no longer work with light attacks, which would be absolutely damning for a number of melee weapons. But with that, D did say that weapons are going to, in general, be getting a lot of damage buffs to compensate for this. Whether that will be compensated enough remains to be seen. And with that, combo itself is not going away. You will build up combo with your light attacks and stuff, and then a heavy attack will spend combo. And based on the notes and stuff that we were given, it seems like you cash in all of your combo at once for a heavy attack, which to me, I feel like there's hardly any way that could be worth it. A heavy attack, like if say you build up to like a 3x combo, which they've said is going to be a bit easier in this system, what could possibly be worth blowing that all on one swing, right? Like the impression that I get is like that would have to have some like intense, like huge room clearing range properties, along with like really, really impressive damage to be worthwhile. And while I think it's like doable for DE to do that, it just seems like a weird direction to go. We'll see how that part of it works out. The spending all of your combo at once thing is one of the things I'm the most skeptical about it being made worth it. With that, range mods in the game are going to be nerfed, so that hurts quite a bit, hurts a number of weapons quite a bit. However, base range on many weapons is going to be increased. So the question that we have here is range staying the same for the weapons that already have good range, like the pole arms, like the heavy blades, especially the new Zaw heavy blades. And they're just buffing up like daggers and like single swords and stuff like that, and making range mods work better on those, but not like make it overkill on pole arms from that and stuff. I'm not sure, like this, if they're nerfing range mods but making the range of melee weapons better, I wonder if we're going to get to the point where like melee range is more balanced across, and this isn't actually a nerf, it's just keeping things the same while buffing weapons where their range sucks balls. That's what I would hope DE would be doing, but honestly, the way that it was presented on stream very, very much felt like they were just going for the nerf on big range weaponry, which seems really unfortunate because most people like high range weapons. That's quite effective and nice to have, and a number of different weapons take advantage of good range, not just maiming strike weapons, which seems to be the core of things that they wanted to nerf. With that, melee is no longer going to go through walls. This bit I don't really have much of an issue with, but this is going to take a lot of fine-tuning to get right, I think. I think there are going to be a lot of problems where melee not going through walls is going to make it so that enemies like just can't be hit in some really dumb situations where there's like a 2-inch pole between you and them, or there's a chest-high wall there. Stuff like that is going to be, it's going to feel really, really bad. So that may need to be tweaked after they actually implement this. And I suspect that on release, it'll be really janky and then get better over time, hopefully. But we'll have to wait and see on that. I really don't mind that they're pretty much just gutting maiming in all way, shape, and form. I just want melee to be good in the end. And I just have some big concerns about that. With that, though, the stances and stuff are going to be rebuilt, all of them, to be easier to use. Basically, they're all going to have like very similar combo structure. So once you know how to do combo, you can do combo with all weaponry. So that's good. That's just like good for a learning curve. Like obviously all weapons are going to have like different unique things with their combos, but performing them is going to be like the same inputs. You're just going to get a different output from different weapon types. So that's good. I think that's really nice to make that consistent. And then one really, really awesome thing we did see on stream is directional melee slams. So these were, like, the animation was janky, but the effect of this was actually awesome. And this was basically you jump way up high into the air and you start a melee slam, and you can kind of just like aim it wherever you need to. So you can just dive bomb like specific areas of enemies and stuff, like cross map style. So that seemed really cool in terms of making melee slam actually worth it. So weapons that have like cool melee slam effects may be much better in this system than they are currently. So that is a lot of words to talk about the melee rework, where man, there's so many ways that this could go very, very badly and bring us back to the pre-Shadow Debt dark ages of Melee where everything fucking sucked. But I hope that it doesn't do that, and instead we get out of the maiming strike meta, because apparently D doesn't like that, which I guess is fine. But if we lose maiming strike and spin attacking and all that, but we get better melees all around, that'll be fine. I just feel like that's going to be really hard to accomplish. Anyway, finally, they talked about some various Korra buffs and tweaks and bug fixes. I will be testing her again when those go in. So if she is sufficiently better, she'll probably get the review of her. So look forward to that as well. But yeah, that's Devstream 111. Also, just gonna show it again. Look at this fucking Nidus skin. Look at it. Be excited. Look how fucking awesome this is. Oh, man. I need this in my life. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you tomorrow.